a tragedy might strike your life that you will not be able to survive. God is building something. His purpose trapped in a generation can be within your bowels. And he needed you to pray for 2 hours every night for 5 years. But you can't see the reason. And because you have not quickly manifested after doing it for 3 years, you will say, why are we praying? My ministry have not manifested. Until the day you arise in the 5th year, and then you tell men that you stood before God in faithfulness for 2 hours every night for 1 full year. And people will ask, is it possible? There are certain things I will tell people that God has done through me by his grace. And they will say, is it possible? Me, I used to say it casually. I hope those guys are not listening to me. When I came to orientation camp, they were doing us interview to bring us in as NCCF state executives. I was the state prayer secretary. So they were interviewing me and asking me questions about my prayer life, all those things, study life, fasting. When they asked me, I did not know. I thought it was normal. One of the men asked me, he said, how much do you pray, study? He kept himself like a man of God like this. Like your study life. I said, well, I can do 20 hours sometimes. The man almost fell from his seat. He sat well. He was sitting like this before. He now sat like this. He said 20 minutes. I said 20 hours, I just study for. Meanwhile, I've done more than that 20 hours. I just said, let me use that one. There was a 5-month strike we had in UNN before I left school. When the day breaks, I don't know when day breaks and when day has not broken. I will study Bible till revelation become too much. I will be jumping on my table. I'm talking about 2013, 2014. I'll be jumping on my table like this. Revelation is too much. Of course, God did not allow me to say those revelations until 6 to 7 years later. What are you saying? If you go and check some of the things you said 3 years ago, you will find out you are a fool. You will say, who told me to write this thing on Facebook? Some of you, your memory will appear on Facebook, you delete it. You have been a fool for long. So when God keeps you on that stay, you don't know as much as you think you should know. I told him 20 hours. The man shook. Do you know that man did not like me till I finished? I was trying to like him, but he did not like me. What is my problem? I told him I studied for 20 hours. May your generation be challenged by your life of righteousness. Those days, I call men. I tell them, if I'm praying, don't pray. Don't pray. Just watch me pray. We can do it here. I will not call prayer points. I will just sit here. And I will be praying. And I will be praying. It's only a matter of time. Just say, I'm tired. I cannot pray. I don't want to pray. Ooh. All you need to do is to be hearing my voice, my tongues. I will not end like this. No. The days I saw
No, 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 no. But there is more. The desire. Deeper, deeper, Holy Ghost. Carry me, Holy Ghost. Carry me, carry me, carry me. I'm tired of this low level. There is more. There is more. I lay hold. I lampano. Come on. Come on. Satiate.
The next 3 minutes.
Barati, Akakwakwa, Katatata, Tata, Atatata, Tata, Katatata, Tata, Etitakatia, 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 Bakatata, Wakatata, Bimba, Betatata, Betatata. Swai,